everyone. Hey. It is your girl, Precious Williams. Welcome back to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. I'm your proud host, Precious Williams, and I am the Killer Pitchmaster, aka the Pitch Queen. And in today's episode, we're going to tackle a topic that I think is often not really discussed when it comes to aspiring speakers and speakers who are experienced and those who are advanced. And it's hashtag pitch please. How does speaking and pitching really work together? And they work together like a hand in glove. However, what I have found, is people will either focus on speaking, not understanding that in order to be seen out in the world, how you package, position, and pitch yourself are all important to you getting those lucrative speaking engagements and those contracts and everything too. So as we wait for our guests to show up, I thought I'd take some time and share with you what's been going on with me in the last, 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. So on January 22nd, I turned 44 years old. Yes, the dog is 44. And I'm really excited. I walked into 44 feeling oh so good, oh so wonderful, oh so fabulous. And so as I knew my 44th birthday was coming up, it made me go back and think about, on my 38th birthday, how I, wanted to take myself out of this world and had prepared myself when I was in St. Louis that within 2 weeks, I knew I'd be dead on my 38th birthday. Obviously, I made it to 44, so obviously I was unsuccessful. But also on my 38th birthday was the last time I had alcohol ever in life, right? And that's kind of incredible when you think about it, like that's your last drink was 6 years ago. So as I was in Austin, Texas, speaking at the Power of Your Dreams conference, my sister and my uncle came down and they got to see me kick off the conference. I was the opening speaker, not knowing there was going to be an former NFL player in the room, a dope woman who was over like the Texas teacher system. There was Jen who, was talking about life beyond 9 to 5 and how actually going after your dreams. The dream is free, but everything else that comes with it is not really what you think it is. And so while the dream is pristine in your mind, getting there is not easy. And sometimes you got to take 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, then another 10 steps back in order to really achieve it. So success is not linear. And so I was so honored. Oh, it was benefiting the National Black MBA Association Austin chapter. So flying into Austin, I was like, oh my God, my sister and my uncle, I've not seen them in so long. And it's their first time seeing me. And so it was wonderful. It was wonderful hugging my sister for the first time in years, knowing that the last time she saw me was before my 38th birthday. Seeing my uncle, it's been what, decade? Like it's been so long. And before I went on stage, I said I cannot cry because I want to go out here and do my thug thizzle. Y'all, I gotta tell you, when I hit the stage, I had fire in my belly. I wanted to impact the audience. I wanted them to go, ham and cheese on ham and cheese. And I did, and it felt so good. And then later on that night, Ingrid Vanderveld, EBW 2020, she had a special birthday get together at her home. And so there were all these dope men and women from media to crypto to Web3 to doctors and all forms, pediatric ophthalmology, education and everything. And we're all just having a great time watching the sunset. And I walked into my 44th birthday, I think, in shock. Because it's been a long time since I celebrated my birthday with other people. And then to just be in Texas, watching the sunset and feeling so good in my 44-year-old skin. Yeah, 44. If I got a little wrinkles, come out, y'all. And so my 44th birthday, Dr. Charlotte Acor is my newest client, where we went to breakfast at, I don't know if it's called Arturo's. Yo, the breakfast was fire. It was fire. I was like, yo, I might have to come here a couple more times, get that satiated. And if you're coming in, please type in your name of your company and why you came to this particular episode today. Are you a speaker? Are you want to speak? You're an entrepreneur? Let me know in the chat. And so after breakfast, and then Ingrid came and picked me up, and we went to the Four Seasons. And I was wearing this black leather dress. Girl, y'all couldn't tell me I wasn't cute. Come on, couldn't tell me I wasn't cute. Walked in and just had the most amazing time. And then Ingrid's former producer for a show on CNBC, he came and said, y'all need to do a videos of you two together because your energy is so crazy. And so Ingrid is known as Big Red and I'm known as Hot Pepper. So get ready for the Big Red and Hot Pepper show. It's coming. So the greatest thing is, when I look back over my life, and that's why I thought of this particular episode, and I know that my Heavenly Creator wanted me to bring this to you all, is I built my career on speaking and been doing it since I was 16 years old. 16! And it turned 44, that's 28 years. But when I discovered that I had a talent for pitching and from being able to listen to people's pitches and break it down and put it back together, I realized, and some people don't really understand, is that pitching and speaking are so intertwined. So I know there's a lot of you who go out there and you apply to all of these speaker opportunities, but maybe what you're putting in the application doesn't really match who you really are and why you're the only choice that matters in that particular industry and that particular topic. And so I want to go back to this today and show you, pitch please, how speaking and pitching are really related in your speaker life and how mastering one will help you set yourself apart in your speaking career. So before we even begin that, y'all keep coming in, type in your name it, if you have a company, if you're an aspiring speaker, if you want to learn about pitching, what made you come to this particular episode. So before we go there, just give me one more minute, y'all. Since January, it's been this wonderful thing. So to all of you who are in Michigan, I'll be speaking in Lansing, Michigan on August 12th, 2023. And I'm out probably all out of order because I'm just throwing this at you. I'll be speaking in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I hope I got that right. Drake, holla at me. Speaking at a major conference for tech. So excited to be the keynote. Yes, I'm black on both sides, no Brazilian butt lift, no six pack, abs they checked on me. Come on. I'm also speaking at IMEX 2023. Y'all don't want the smoke. They loved me so much last year. They're bringing me back. And so that's an event planners conference for event planners around the world. And that is how I got my Toronto gig, because one of the women, I spoke 6 times and she won the pitch. She won the pitch competition, but I was leaving because I had to go see America's Real Deal, the premiere of our show in Beverly Hills. So do you see how this is linked together? And just yesterday, I spoke to a foreign consulate that wants to bring me in to teach a training on pitching for International Women's Day, right? And then I'm speaking at CIS in Chicago, the Kiwanis Conference in Minnesota, keynote. Yeah, y'all hear me say keynote. Let me drop them bars on you. I'll be speaking at Young Guns, that's in Wisconsin. And so I'm going to be on EO, LA, EO, San Diego, EO, Orange County. I have a 3 speaking tour in Cali. So I'm going to be seeing you all. And so just check out on my website. As you know, we're going to be changing over our website. But why are they reaching out to me? Why are my clients getting booked? So you think about Farah. Farah is this dope nurse who wants to protect the next generation of nurses and show them how to move, how to really make it in the world of nursing. So Farah, I think it's Farah Laurent. Congratulations, Queen, for your first speaking engagement you're going to have in New York. Shout out to Anita Charlotte. Thank you so much, Queen. She has her big speaking engagement in Chicago. And also shout out to Mariama Boney. Me and this Queen have been together for 3 years. She just signed 2 huge contracts in the history of her company. And next week I'll be in DC with her. 8 years. And so I get to celebrate with this Queen who's been there for me. My client, has had me booked at Syracuse University. My client has, y'all don't know, y'all, how all of this happened. And I'm going to show you why all of this matters to your speaking career, to how you communicate yourself in the world, how you truly make yourself the only choice that matters. And so when people hire me, they're not hiring me, we just think Precious can speak. Dead that. There's a specific reason you bring me in, right? It's not for motivational speaking, because there are people who are more dope than me. But when it comes to pitching, sales pitching, sales scripting, when it comes to communication skills, but in particular ways that are so different from what you see on the Google School of Learning. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So if you're excited about that, type yes in the comments. And we are about to talk about pitch, please. How does speaking and pitching really work together? Before we begin, allow me to see who our guests are and to acknowledge my beautiful guests. Farah! Yes, Queen. Hey, Queen. I was just shouting you out, Queen. Brian Powell, thank you. You are your own master. Thank you, Brian. So glad you're here. Enrique, you know what I do. Yes, Enrique, I'm so glad you're here. And thank you for having me on your podcast. And I'm so proud of where you are. Farah, nice to see you. Keep doing you. Love it. Like it. Brian, sorry, I got to get to breakfast, but rain check. That's okay. Brian, you can come back and watch it later, okay? All right. Farah, it's Farah. What's up? Farah Lawrence, nurse career coach, MSN RN, founder of International Nurse Coach, speaker and nursepreneur. You better say that, Queen. Farah, yes, Toronto. She said, I'm trying to get booked and busy like you, Precious. Thank you, Farah. Farah, you dropping in all of this? Okay, thanks for the shout out, Precious. Thank you, Queen. Raina, founder of Purple Raina Self-Care out of Oakland, California, and hemp cannabis advocate. Thank you, Precious, for helping us learn how to deliver the killer bit. Thank you, Raina. Come on, Queens. Shanalay Mejia, did I say your name right? Queen, let me know. Future speaker, I love it. Enrique, you are the best. No, you are. Farah, yes, excited as always. Shanalay, yes, okay. Raina, yes. Dana Cox, yes, Queen, entrepreneur, coach, and speaker. Here to see what the Pitch Queen has to say. Dana, let me just say, y'all, Dana is such a beautiful, beautiful woman, spirit. She is at MasterCard and she's just doing amazing things. I'm hoping to be traveling with her because she got her own traveling business. You know, she just be all over making it look easy. So I'm trying to be with her. I'm not even saying I got to drop a few pounds. I just want to be hanging with her, traveling. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Dana, I want to shout you out, Dana, because you purchased you're one of the first purchasers of my new book, Rainmaking 101 from day one. And I want to thank you publicly. Thank you for showing up today, Queen. Mwah. LinkedIn user, good afternoon. Looking to increase speaking engagements as a physician wellness promoter. I am so glad you are all here. And now that I have truly acknowledged my peeps, here we begin. And so, you know, I've been a professional speaker for 28 years, right? Since I'm 16 years old. And oftentimes we forget that we hope people will contact us. We hope people will reach out to us to speak, or we will submit to every speaking opportunity that we can. Not understanding that in order for you to do this successfully, and y'all look me in the eye, in those applications, that's a pitch. And so sometimes you find yourself just putting the same thing on every application, which I really want to take a step back. Can we take a step? Can we go back? How far back in time? Let's go a little further back. One of the things that I do especially well as a killer pitch master is guide my clients into the networks, spaces, and places that are more suited to paying you right now, and not in places where everything is so oversaturated you're constantly fighting your way in. And so while you may think that every speaking opportunity is going to be great, it's not. And that's why we have to niche down and make it very clear who we're really talking to. And so you may hear, oh, it's a numbers game. If I keep applying, I'll get in. Even if you did, some of these places aren't worth the time. They don't have the right people in the audience for you. And if you treat yourself generically, everyone else will too. And so how are pitching and speaking related? Once you understand where you are as a speaker, once you draw a line in the sand that there's one or two audiences that are better suited to hear you, better suited to working with you, those are the type of opportunities you will go out for, or you can have people come to you. When I, was first named the Killer Pitchmaster by Robert Townsend and MC Light at the 2013 Black Enterprise National Elevator Pitch Competition that I won on May 16, 2013 in Columbus, Ohio, I was so happy to have that name. But now that my business is 10 years old this year, 10 years, I started to realize that a lot of us want to speak on stage and to just talk. We never think about the audience. We never think about, are we still stuck in whatever challenge that we're in? So we can't really transcend who's in the audience. And then we never think about how can we be the only choice that matters to particular audiences. So if you notice, I told you that I spoke at IMEX 2022 in Las Vegas last year, and I was sought out. Now you might be wondering, it's an event planner expo of event planners from around the world. What does pitching have to do with that? Oh, contraire, mon frere. You know what pitching had to do with it? At expos, you're constantly talking to people. Let's say you have these most incredible booths I've ever seen in my life. They weren't tables. People had I felt like I was in Hawaii. I felt like I was in Chile. I felt like I was like, wow. But you still have to attract people to you to want to talk to you, to want to book at your resort, to want to book a conference around the world, right? And so how do you entice people in? That's what pitching is. It's your way of captivating and titillating and setting yourself up as the only choice they want. So when I was booked for the IMEX 2022, we did something incredible called escalator pitch. So we often think about elevator pitch. We're in an elevator. How much time do we have? But escalator pitch. And so my agent and I were so funny. We get there, we know we're going to do it, but no one had a way of doing it. I said, well, this is my zone of genius. So we gathered people coming from the paparazzi upstairs and had them come sit, right? So the first time we did it, we weren't expecting anybody to really be feeling us. Okay. So I'm doing a primer on pitching, no more than 2-3 minutes. And then I asked for a volunteer to pitch. Now, mind you, they already have me all over this conference. Precious Williams, Killer Pitchmaster, Escalator Pitch. I spoke 6 times. So this dynamic woman, she gets up and she pitches. And I said, now, this queen and I are going to go up this escalator. And by the time she comes back down, her pitch will be totally different. If y'all want to see what a Killer Pitchmaster can do in real time, if y'all want to know if I'm worth bringing to your conferences, I'm going to show you right now. Now, mind you, I was nervous and everything. So I take the woman and we're upstairs and they're taking pictures it was really cute. We get upstairs. I'm going ham and cheese for about 2 minutes, going ham and cheese on that pitch with her. We come back down and she has to deliver it in 1 minute or 2 minutes. The difference between the first pitch and the second pitch was incredible. It was incredible. And so then I had to rush and do, a keynote in this other part of the Mandalay Bay. And I say on stage, hey, I'm going back to do escalator pitch. Now, my agent and I were rushing to get back over there. It was packed right there. So I do another primer and we do this 3 times. And it was like such a hit at the conference. Then Visit Detroit sponsored me doing a training and then also leading a pitch competition. So why would they want that? Because they know that event planners, just like sales professionals, just like finance professionals, just like attorneys, everyone needs a pitch. But most of us are so good at what we do, we still don't know how to bring people to us. So when you're typing on these applications, you're writing these applications, oftentimes we're not thinking about it from what do they need to hear? And how can we really demonstrate that they're not going to get some tired through booty pitch? They're not going to get someone who's going to get on stage and is going to use the stage as a guinea pig when they want someone who's polished, right? And so that's where pitching comes in. So pitching is something that, intermediate and advanced speakers, no matter where they are in their journey, they still need to do. My speaking at 16 years old is very different from where I am at 44. The type of clientele I have is different, right? As it should. as a killer pitch master, I've had to start off by teaching women how to pitch for investor pitch competitions where they're going crazy. They're doing it really good. But I also realized that corporate America needed me, colleges and universities needed me, or whatever. College universities, foundations, nonprofits needed me. But I had to be credible in at least one lane for people to start to see me good in another. And as I started getting into corporate America, what was I posting on social media? Where am I speaking? Who are my clients? Because it told people who were event planners, conference hosts, look at where she was able to go with that. She may have started here, but look at where she's been able to take it. So when you see me posting, and I'm, and all my posts aren't by my stuff, y'all know it's not. But there's a reason why I'm posting certain things. Number one, I'm human. I'm human. I'm not superhuman. I'm human. I'm a regular, degular, schmegler like Cardi B queen, but I have an extraordinary talent, and it is in all forms of pitching. When you hear the killer pitch master slay all competition with a killer pitch, pay attention to that because they're listening for keywords. So you're not going to hire Precious for leadership. You're not going to hire Precious to be a DEIA practitioner. Nope. And so I really want you all today to start thinking about, are there industries you've never considered that could utilize you? Does it require a plot twist, flipping the script, and not doing what everybody else is doing in saturated spaces? That is why I chose tech and financial services. And now, having taught at Harvard and Spelman and Morehouse and George Washington University, Harris Stowe State University, to, creating programs for attorneys, this is what I'm talking about. And because I did such a good job and I'm teaching this to my clients, I want you to know that's how pitching and speaking are related. There's going to come a time when you're too tired to be submitting for everything under the sun. And you have to get strategic. You have to get cunning. And you have to move with precision. So let me know if any of this is resonating with you all. I'll keep going, but I want you all to hear me. And what did you hear in what I said that resonates with you all? And remember, we're talking about how are pitching and speaking related. If you are new to speaking, this is good for you. If you're in intermediate or advanced, this is good for you. Because you might be stuck on, with a lot of companies that are laying off workers. Is there still dope speaking opportunities out there? Yes. Who would ever think that a foreign consulate would reach out to me to teach on International Women's Day? And some of y'all may not know, 3 years ago, I spoke at Halifax, Nova Scotia, International Women's Day. But there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. So if this resonates with you all, please let me know. In the meantime, my Perfect Pitch Academy, where I discuss some of these and others in regards to packaging, positioning, and pitching, we're starting in February, and we have an application, a link below. And if you want to learn more information, type PPA in the PPA link, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn under Precious L. Williams, Killer Pitch Master, and send me a note as you're connecting with me and say PPA link, and I'll make sure you get it, okay? So let me see what my peeps are saying. Hold on. Okay. Dana! Thank you, Queen. Chanelay, love your story. Congrats on all. Yes, you sounded my name correctly. Thank you, Queen. Farrah, I am not ordinary, extraordinary. Boo. Yes, Queen. Farrah, love it. Yes. Mara McCann, glad you're here. Thank you so much. So helpful, the specificity in lane. Yes. Phyllis Hayes Reeves. Dr. Phyllis Hayes Reeves, MPHMA. Yes, thank you. And so as I go on, if there is something in the comments you'd like me to address specifically, if I can, in the time that I have with you all, please put those in the chat. I would love to share more with you as it relates to pitching and speaking, right? And so I am the author of 4 #1 best-selling books: Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers Only, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, the Workbook, Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to Convert Conversations into Currency. And my fourth book is The Pitch Queen, A Woman's Journey from Poverty to Purpose and Profits. If you all want those links, I can give them to you. I'll actually put this below so you can see it. But if you go to my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. Actually, let me go up here. If you actually go to this link, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com/store, when it goes to there, you'll actually see my books there. So if you would like a hand-signed copy that is sent to you from me to you, please check out my website on that particular page. It's called Work With Me, or if you just type in the store, you'll get there. So if you have any questions, y'all, please let me know. Please let me know. So some of y'all probably like, Precious, who are you and why are we even listening to you? Who are you? So again, I'm Precious Williams. I am the killer pitchmaster, aka the Pitch Queen. I'm a 13-time national elevator pitch champion, 4-time #1 best-selling author on business books on pitching. I'm a top Fortune 500 corporate sales trainer. My clients have included LinkedIn, Google, Microsoft, Federal Reserve Bank, Intuit, QuickBooks, Federal Reserve Bank, Sirius XM. I can go on and on. You know, I've been featured in publications like Forbes magazine, CNN, Wall Street Journal. Just had an interview with CNBC late last year on my fourth book, The Pitch Queen, and the show was called My Biggest Lessons. Oh, that's what I want to tell you. So 2 weeks ago, y'all, one of my Spelman sisters, she texted me and she was like, "Hey, Queen, I know you're at the airport." And I was like, "I'm not at the airport." She's like, "I hear you." I was like, "I'm not at the airport, Queen, I'm at home." She looked up and took a picture, and my CNBC interview was actually playing in the airport at JFK. So I thought that was really cool. I said, "They tell me it was going to be posted there. Cool." So I posted it. Oh, it was Saturday. I posted it as a day after Founders Day for Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And I am a Delta from Spelman. Eta Kappa. So I put this up, and then other women started sending me. They were looking at me at different airports. My Queen Precious, not me. She was at Atlanta Hartsfield. She said, "I'm looking at you in the Delta. You're all over the Delta terminal." A Delta terminal, Delta Airlines, and I'm a Delta out of Spelman in Atlanta. What? And then another queen was like, "I'm in Newark International Airport. You're playing right now." And they were sending me these pics. LaGuardia playing. I'm like, "Oh my God, this is amazing." Later on that day, a queen was on LinkedIn and she said, "Precious, I'm actually in a New York City taxi. Why are you playing?" I had no idea. But what does that have to do with this topic? The topic is pitch, please. How does speaking and pitching really work together? CNBC would never have reached out to me wanting to do anything on me if I did not show credibility in my craft. I am not a jack of all trades and a master of none. When it comes to all 6 forms of pitching, elevator, media, investor, sales, speaker, and interview pitches, and understanding that I play the long game of pitching. Because some people only think that pitching is for what you say at networking events, pitching to media, and pitching to investors. But there are 3 others that people never really consider. A speaker needs a pitch. Sometimes you're told the speaker only needs a speaker one. A speaker one is a type of pitch, but at the level that I'm at, no one ever asks me for my speaker one anymore. Before, they used to ask all the time. They don't ask anymore, because I'm known in my zone of genius and I've established my name in my zone of genius. And there are a lot of companies that work with teaching others how to do investor pitches, media pitches. But there's only one person, that would be me, who knows all 6 forms of pitching, has mastered all 6 forms of pitching, and has success with their clients in all 6 forms of pitching. And so what does that mean? You don't be afraid to go it alone. At times, my first book, people, "Why would you name a book that?" 3 years, people were telling me that before my book came out. And when it came out, #1, it validated everything I said about pitching. Your job is to captivate and to titillate. Your job is to make them hate it or love it, but never lukewarm about you. Bad Bitches and Power Pitches with some people threw off until they started seeing people buying my books at when I was speaking, or they be in a line. Like when I was at BMW, these people stood in line 4.5 hours for my book, The Pitch Queen. BMW bought the books, but it was 4.5 hours of people standing in line to take a picture with me to get my book. And think about that. So if you're speaking, you want to speak. If you have a book, if they buy the book, or if you set it for purchase, or you're allowed to set it for purchase there. When you are speaking, you are still pitching and making them interested in who you are and what you do and how you can help them. And even if you can't work one-on-one with them, they can purchase a book. They can be on your email list. They can do all these amazing things. But if you are boring as a speaker, if you have not established that it's your only choice that matters, and it doesn't matter if there are 10, 12, 15 people that they're picking to be on that stage, you need to stand out like I said, I don't get afraid of other speakers, no matter how big their name is. I am not afraid because I know who I am, and I know I comes to do damage on stage. And I love going head to head with the supposed best speakers because I am competitive and I'm a 13-time national champion. And what I want to teach is concrete tips, tricks, and techniques that actually work, that don't sound like what everybody else has done. And so here's something else to know about pitching and incorporating it into your speaking. Some of my queens are too afraid to brag. Baby, you better flex. As I've heard some men say, it ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't bragging if it's true. You will never hear me not tell you who I am and some of my credentials. Why? Because if I don't know, I don't walk around and people can see, oh, she has a English degree from Spelman College. Oh, she has a law degree. Oh, she passed the bar in her first try. Oh, she was an award-winning attorney in New York. Oh, she's a serial entrepreneur. Oh, she's a best-selling author. That does not own my black skin at all. And so people will have a tendency to put me, no. I think you need to know these sort of things about me. And I can say it up in conversation. I can say it in a lot of things because I want you to know who I am, and having me in a room means something. And as speakers, I don't want you to ever be afraid to toot your own horn. So what does pitching and speaking have to do together? It's one thing to get on that stage, but if you are doing it right, you should be converting people into clients or customers. And I think a lot of speakers only see themselves on stage. They don't take into account, listen to me clearly, y'all. They don't take into account, how do you want the audience to feel? What are the goals of the conference organizer, event planner? How do you over deliver for both? Because as a speaker, I want you coming off stage with people ready to book you for other things, but other engagements. Is it possible to turn a free gig into a paying gig? Yes, it is so possible. But that means you have to know the audience you need to be in front of. So if you're taking every free opportunity and it's not growing you, then that means you have to be strategic and really start to pay attention to the marketplace. Some of you all need to be speaking at trade associations that have nothing to do with, so I'm an English major. That's great. But you can take an English degree anywhere, just like you can take a law degree anywhere. But people would say, oh, well, why don't you just focus on this? I could, but that's where everybody thinks. So thinking outside of the box and creating your own box. Being known as a killer pitch master means a lot to me. Because once I say the killer pitch master, it's done. People know exactly who I am, or they hear the word Precious Williams. And that's why if you pitch well enough, if your posts reflect that you're an expert at what you do, if your posts reflect that even though you are a speaker and a business person, you're still very fun. And this goes for you introverts. You can still be fun as an introvert. You don't always have to be speaking. But people have to know that when they hire you, book you, and refer you, you're going to give the audience something that they haven't heard in the way that you can uniquely deliver it. How do you structure your time for maximum conversion and maximum impact? Is any of this helping you all? Please let me know in the chat. I'm going to go see I'm going to go talk to my peeps. Okay. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's go. Let's go. Mara McCann, Rihanna Basor. Are you clicking on her to bring her, make sure she comes and listens to this later? Let me know, Mara. Farah, get the book. So good. Thank you, Queen. Dana, Precious L. Williams. Any recommendations on a process we can follow to niche down? I do have recommendations, but I'll just throw one. Girl, I teach on this. One of the things that I do, depending on what type of client that I have, is when I'm speaking to them and we've crossed that threshold into trust now, as I'll start asking questions about different industries they've never thought of. Because, I can tell you trade association, I can tell you different types of companies. Of course, I want to know where you want to speak. I want to know what are you going to speak to these different companies for that is unique to what they've already heard. Right? And so if a lot of you are coaches and you just say, "Oh, I'm a life coach, I'm a business coach," or whatever, first of all, it's boring. That just sounds boring. I'm not hiring for coaches. I'm hiring for those who can change the perspective of the room. Bring a fresh perspective to an old challenge, an old thing, and then where else would that message be appreciated? Most people don't think about foundations at all. They think about, the biggest companies. Well, Queen Dana, what if I told you the medium-sized companies need you, but no one brings their names up in the news? So the first thing I would do is encourage you to go visit the business library in whatever city that you're in, county that you're in. Speak to a business librarian and see if she can give you the let me see. See if she can point you in the right direction to different surveys where they list the companies who are medium sized, because you never hear them in the news, which means they're primed for you to reach out to and pitch yourself. They may not have conferences. They might not have a call for speakers, which is why you're able to get to the door faster, because you've sought them out. No one ever seeks them out. Right? And so once you know what they do, the type of clients and customers they serve, you can create a pitch around that using whatever you were using before, but tailoring it more to them. So a business librarian will help you hands down. You'll take stuff from the library. And you may on your card have access to different surveys and stuff like that will tell you about medium-sized companies that may be in textiles, medium-sized companies that may be in, I don't know, poster boards and promotions and that kind of thing, or event planners around the world. Because what did I tell y'all? Speaking engagements are everywhere. There are summits, conferences, but most of us look to what can we find on Google, not understanding that a business librarian will take you straight to where you need to go. And there's so many different places that you can check out and ask these people about, and that could be your whole that could be your whole task for a year or two. It's just, week by week, reaching out to 5 of them, but there's so many. Dana, let me know if that helps you. And again, Quinn, I'm always available if you need assistance, okay? LinkedIn user, what is a speaker one pitch? Quinn, what I mean by speaker one is this one pager, and I'll actually put the link to, I have a $27 speaker one workbook with Canva templates, and it has your bio. It has your speaking topics. It has and because my brain is just kind of tired, it's been a while, 3 weeks. But if you go to my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com, and I'll put it in as I go through these messages. But a speaker one has like 5 different components to it. And once you understand how to put all the components together, I have Canva templates where you can start just plugging those things in, and it can be part of the documentation you send out to get others interested in having you speak to their companies, corporations, foundations, nonprofits, to teenagers, to tweens, to organizations. And it just puts it all on a one pager that's really dope, really fits your personality. It shows them why you're the only choice that matters and why they should hire you. I hope that makes a difference. And LinkedIn user, can you tell me what your name is? And remind me that as I get through these questions, send you the speaker one workbook and template, and you can check it out on my website. You can see if you want to purchase it for $27. Thank you, Queen. Farah, you better tell him I'm in, Queen. Brag and swag. That's what I say, because nobody else would. Come on, Farrah. That's why me and you rocks. Raina. Humble for what? I know that's right. Girl, was the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money resides? You know where the money resides? In creating a killer pitch that pays and slays. And then, you know what I'm saying? That's so quick. But people always like, oh my God, what did she just say? That is a pitch that gets them captivated and titillated. Now they're listening. I'm telling y'all, if you are at networking events, I want y'all to shock and awe them, because most people are boring at networking. Hi, my name is this and this is what I do. I don't care. I do not care. Give me a reason to care. Oh, I need to create a pitch that pays and slays. That sounds like my language. I need them coins. What Gangsta Boo said, the Raptures who just died on New Year's Day. Where them dollars at? Where them dollars at? Well, you could be making dollars and you could making it rain like snow and still be having a great impact as a speaker. And speaking can take you places a lot of people can't go. Dana Cox, know your worth. Come on, Queen. And then we have Mara McCann, Allison Bergman. Queen, I love that you dropping names in here, Queen. Go ahead. Dana Cox, yes, booked and busy, yes. Come on now. Raina, you're giving me life, Queen Precious. Thank you so much. Mara, this is so impactful. Thank you. Dana, yes, come on, Queen. You know how we do. Mara McCann, she said, yup, thank you, Queen. Okay, Mara, have a few to send you. Thank you for taking time out on a Sunday. Yes, Queen. I've been away for a couple of Sundays, but my birthday was last week. But I love to drop these hot fire tips. Farrah, thanks for the tip. I'm going to the library. Boom. Yes. Farrah, I got the Speaker One template. Get it. It's great. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. When your clients will show up to tell others, I want y'all to know that doesn't usually happen. I don't pay people to show up on stage to talk about me. They're coming because they want people to get it, right? And you all are so worth it. Thank you. LinkedIn user. Thanks, Precious. Share the link. I will, Queen. Catherine Christie. Oh, Dr. Catherine. Girl, listen. I say Dr. Catherine Christie. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, Farrah. Yes, I'm a badass nurse career coach that helps you level up. Level up. Wait, level up. Level up. Level up. Come on. I'm on my Sierra now. Come on, y'all. Mara McKay, yes. And so the queen who asked for the Speaker One, hold on. Queen, the link is right here. Is it Dr. Catherine Christie? You go to bookedandbusyspeakers.com /one sheet. And also, if you go to my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com, you go to the Work With Me page. Underneath my book links, there's the $27 Speaker One workbook and Canva templates. And so, as again, y'all, I am very excited to be here to show you the link between speaking and pitching, and does it really work? And I want to make this very clear. I don't want you to focus on my success and think I'm the only one who benefits from what I do. I am not. I've trained over 300 pitch champions. I've worked with the biggest companies in the world who keep bringing me back. And that should tell you something, because I don't have a Hollywood look. I don't have a Northeastern accent. Everything that people said was wrong with me growing up are exactly why I'm where I am today. I'm not afraid to break the mold, and I don't think you should either. If you want to speak like someone else, you have a problem. I want you to bring out who you are. For 30 plus years, I was someone else because I thought that's what I had to be. When I finally broke free and really accepted that I am the killer pitch master, I am the pitch queen, and I am a rainmaker. It opened doors because I'm a creative outsider. And that's something else, y'all. There'll be things that you'll think about. So I was at this event and they kept calling me, you're an outsider. You're the creative outsider. Because as much as people see me in with the in crowd and stuff like that, I am a creative outsider because for so long I was on the outside looking in. So I didn't know the rules that bound those industries. I came in like a wrecking ball. And because I was able to shake the tables, because I was able to come up with things on a dime. Think about people globally knowing your name and knowing what you speak about and wanting to hire you for your topic in your zone of genius. Shout out to Ramon Ray. As speakers, I want you all to thrive. And as you keep hearing about people getting laid off, that's so sad, but it does not mean that you give up. In fact, I think you should go harder. When people retreat, you go right into battle. And what I use in my arsenal, in my armor, my body of armor, is my pitching skills. And like David and Goliath, he had the slingshot. My slingshot is pitching. And so when I didn't have the money to go places, when I didn't have the people to support me, I could speak my way into any place. And I can still do that today. This is something I teach my clients because I am not a coach. I'm a trainer and a teacher. And my gift is I'm going to push you out there and I'm going to arm you. So if I'm not around, you know exactly what to do. You know how to build relationships. You know how to get people to rally around you in a rallying cry. You know how to start a movement. You know how to go in like you belong. You know how to sit at the table even if you're not invited. Because speakers can be a dime a dozen. But when you're the only choice that matters, you're not even in that category. You're the only choice that matters. And so I pray that you all learned something today. Please drop any questions in the comments. And if there are any links that you all want, please put those in the comments and connect with me on LinkedIn or send me a message on my website, www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. On LinkedIn, do not follow me, connect with me and ask for what the links that you may have. My links are for, my Perfect Pitch Academy, which starts next month. And, it's a small group where I'm going to train you on packaging, positioning, and pitching. So for whatever pitches that you need to really get yourselves out there, how to decide what the right audience is for what you have to offer, how to turn your network into your moneymaker, and how to wash, rinse, and repeat. Check out the Perfect Pitch Academy. If there are my books that you are interested in, you can go to my website, my Triple Threat Pitch Book Bundle, which is Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for women entrepreneurs and speakers only. Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, the workbook. And Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches Playbook to convert conversations into currency. You can get that in my Triple Threat Pitch Book Bundle. And for any queens that want to work on their Speaker One workbook and Canva templates that are all done for you, so you can create a Speaker One to really get yourselves out there. You can be posting it and everything. And so as you're applying for different opportunities, it really showcases why you're the only choice that matters and has you thinking twice in your mind. Am I applying for something that's not going to benefit me, or are the right people going to be in this room and I should be there? What can I over deliver for the conference organizer and event planner? What can I over deliver for the audience? How can I shake their tables? How can I give them a fresh perspective? And then finally, my website is www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. Allow me to check on any last questions or comments. If you have people that you know need to see this particular episode, type their names in the comments. I will not contact them at all. I will just let you tell them why they should listen to this particular topic. And if you want to work one-on-one with me, you can send me a message on my website. That you would like to work one-on-one with me. You can check out my offers on my Work With Me page, store page. And I've enjoyed being with you all today. Let me check out what the final comments are. Hold on. Wait. Dana! I have the Speaker One template too. It's awesome. Dana, and for all of you who really, it's so amazing when there is a sister queen who came out to an event I had at Alliance Bernstein. And I got to meet Dana in person, and she brought her colleagues. And I just got to tell y'all something. When people show up for you and have never met you in real life, you keep them near you. Some of us think our family and friends should be our customers and clients. They shouldn't. Because when they see the other people want to work with you, that's when they come around. But I didn't start my company to help family and friends. It was to help the people that needed me and would pay for my services because I came with credibility. I came with a track record of real results from my clients. And I'm never afraid to put my clients on blast unless they tell me not to. Thank you, Dana. Farrah, Precious is the real deal. She's so authentic. What you see is what you get. Go ahead, Queen. Shannon Lay, Papa Cherries. I love it. Papa Cherries, my business slogan. Thanks for the gems to gems. Social media to reflect what I want to do. Girl, Papa Cherries. Love it. Dana. Farrah. Oh, yes, she is. Thank you, Dana, for saying it to Farrah. Farrah. Yes, I got laid off, and that fueled my fire even more. And I'm even more than ready. Bring it on. Queens and kings, if you're watching, check out Farrah's new videos. And she's dropping hot fire. I was like this. I ain't even know nursing. I'm learning something. And that's why I think it's important that even though her focus is on nurses, a lot of what she's saying is applicable to other professions. And so I think the true mark of leadership is seeing what someone is doing in one lane and seeing if they can apply it into others, right? Because your natural tendency is to be, this is where I've always been, but there are other places that need you. Okay, Farrah, I'm saying it to you. Farrah, I aim with precision. Yes, ma'am. Dana, you are the bomb, Precious. Love the gems, Queen. I love you, and I thank you, Queen. Farrah, I'm in that Pitch Academy. Can't wait. Join up, y'all. Love, love, love. Because I know our meeting is, you and I are meeting this week, Queen. All right? So, Farrah, always a pleasure. You all, thank you so much for coming out to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitch Master Show. Today's episode was on Pitch Please, how does speaking and pitching really work together. I'm so happy that you all were here. Don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn and send me a note saying you came to this particular episode. And if there are any links in particular that you want, make sure you ask for those links and I'll make sure that you get them. And for those of you, I know y'all like all these links. If you want to take my free pitching quiz, go to pitchingforprofit.com and get a customized report, because maybe the thing with your pitches, it could be the right pitch for the wrong audience. Or your pitch, your pitch is toe up from the flow up and we're going to get it popping. Okay. So I love you all. I thank you so much for giving me your time on a Sunday at 2. We didn't go on hard for 52 minutes. Y'all, I love that. I love you all. I really, really do. So let me just get these last comments. Hold on. Farrah, yes, excited as always. Thank you. Shadalay, yes. Raina, yes. Dana, yes, Queen, entrepreneur, coach, speaker. Here's to what the pitch queen has to say. Thank you, my queen. Good afternoon. Looking to increase speaking engagements as a wait. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I went too far up. I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all know how your girl be. Okay. Farrah, thank you. Okay, I hear you, Precious. Thank you. Raina, thank you so much, Precious. I'll be reaching out. LinkedIn user workbok purchase. One sheet. Get it, Queen. Y'all see how quick they be moving? Farrah, love you. Have a great day. Love you all. And if you all know of organizations that are looking to hire a dynamic speaker with a dope personality that can teach, train, and instruct others on how to slay all competition with a killer pitch, please make a warm introduction on my behalf, and I'll take it from there. I love you all, okay? Mara, have an amazing week. Back at you, Queen. And Dana Cox, love you. Mwah. Bye.